Hi, everyone. I hope you're well. Thank you for being here. My name's Holly. I'm a psychic medium. I channel messages from um, predominantly angelic beings. I don't like to merge with those who have incarnated just because the energy is different. And it's okay to be protective of your energy. So, um, anyway, as a medium, I can connect with those, but lately I have been moving more into more direct channel work. I still do the crossing or the death walking work, which is moving them along. And well, okay, I'm just rambling at this point. Hi, how you doing? So I'm going to do the Tuesday morning video. It is Monday afternoon, but tomorrow morning I have some kind of big stuff I got to do. So um, anyway, I am doing this now, and I could feel energy around, and my head feels different, my body feels different, everything feels different when there is a channel nearby. And I reached out to spirit, the guides, the guardians, those of the archangel and angelic realms, and I use that terminology to distinguish them from beings who have spent life after life after life incarnating the way most of us have. So, and I asked, who do we call on when we need help to focus, or if there's stress in one's life, or not even stress really? Life is life. Life happens. We've all been through so much. I mean, so much. It's it's not stress as much as the anxiety of just waiting to see what's going to happen next when you know it pretty much will have one outcome. Um, but it's just, who do you call on for information and for help to understand how to process the events happening around oneself? And I immediately heard the name Raziel, Raziel, Raziel. And even though I communicate with a lot of different beings, I always have to look them up. It's like selective amnesia or something. I don't know. There's a few that are like, boom, present, always on the forefront. And there are a few that it's like, and I'm sorry, I forgot, what do you do? And I get really embarrassed by that. But when I looked him up right before making this, I read that that is the archangel related to mysticism and intuition and uh, secrets and secret knowledge, the book of knowledge, so to speak. And so I'm asking Raziel directly for a message for the collective. Um, Happy 18th. So this mug just seemed like an appropriate mug. And I do have some decaf since it's in the evening, though. But this is for Tuesday the 18th. Oh, and it's so good. All right. So, Raziel, what is the message? He wants me to come in a little closer. Come in a little closer. That's what I'm hearing. Come in a little closer. There are no secrets that are withheld from the mind who is willing to listen and accept. All the answers are present and in front of you. Trust in your own intuition. Trust in what you know. Trust in your knowledge of truth and wisdom. We are here. Call on us. We walk with you. We will help you in whatever way is needed. Give us intervention, permission, and you will always have the right to withdraw. But all knowing is already within you. We are here to help give you the tools to understand, almost as a translator would, the way in which to use those tools of sight, of intuition. And those are words that are used in your world. There is a free-flowing exchange of knowledge and information as we understand and know. That is our truth. Humans tend to hide for many reasons, from themselves, from others, when in truth all is already known to all at every level, should one choose to know and believe it. We can feel the peace rising up within her. And this is our goal, to bring peace and solace and comfort, as it shall be with all of you. Thank you. Okay, and I just heard go into the reading. Well, that was really pretty lovely. Thank you, Raziel. There's just this warm, comforting, soothing, it's like a decompression. It's like if you have a very fizzy seltzer or something and all of a sudden you take the bubbles out. Not that you're taking the effervescence out, but you're taking, it almost feels like the rumbling chaos. Maybe that wasn't a good analogy, but that makes sense to me because that's what I'm seeing, like a bubbling cup overflowing, but it settles and calms. And that's what Raziel just did, so thank you. Let's pull something a card from the one I used for this morning, the Monday morning. Whoops, almost dumped the book out. The Feminine Divine Oracle. And someone mentioned in the comments that she has another version of Oracle cards from the same author, and she loves them. So this is the only one I have by this particular author or creator. That's Megan Watterson. Megan with 2 G's. So let's see what energy, because this is all about energy. What is the energy? One more time. What is the energy that the collective needs to know about for Tuesday, June 18th? What is the message that the collective needs? What is the energy? What is the energy that the collective, that is for the predominant collective? What is the dominant energy? What is the dominant energy the collective needs to understand? Okay. I don't know what to do. Okay, what do I do? Because there's a lot here. Different aspects for different people, and also different parts of the day is what I just got. So I got 2 stacks. They came out like that. 2 different stacks. One is for early in the day, one is for later in the day. Layla, the saint of spoken words. Every word I say becomes a prayer, and I am the author of my own story. So be careful of the words you speak. They carry power. And I just wrote Durga on the top of this one because it's Sarada Devi, the Divine Mother. Unconditional love exists. Hold on, let me get my glasses. Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. Okay. So, be careful of the words you speak. Unconditional love. Oh, speaking of unconditional love, and speaking of different Mary, Mary Magdalene deck was the lady that has the other one by this author. Mary of Nazareth, the Mother of God. Well, of Jesus, not God. I am blessed. My courage gives birth to the divine. And that's a sassy Mary. The message for that one is that you are the gift. You are the gift to everyone around you. I don't know if I'm saying this right. Amaterasu, the goddess of light. Oh, how nice. We are all sacred mirrors reflecting back the same light. It's okay to let your light shine. It is okay to let your light always shine. Okay. Now this is for another part of the collective and or later in the day on Tuesday. And we move into strength. We start out with unconditional love, a reminder to let your light shine, radiate hope and peace. And then we move into another version of Mary, still Mary. Our Lady of Guadalupe, the Empress of Protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. Still devotional love. And all the roses. I love this image so much. All the roses. Roses are connected with Mary. And that is always a very powerful image. And use roses in a lot of crossing work too. And then we have Sekhmet, the Red Lady. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. So if there is something you need to say, it's okay to say it. Say it in a way that is constructive. Just screeching and ranting doesn't work. All that does is make everyone shut down. So these two cards are about standing in your strength. Standing in your strength, standing in your power. Always remember to still let that light shine, and you are a gift. I feel like there's more going on in that from the transition from morning to evening, but it feels like there is a truth that is going to need to be spoken between morning and evening. So for whomever this is for, and whatever that's for the collective, or the element of the collective that's for, get the words. Just remember, it's always important to be constructive in your words, because words are important. The words you say about yourself in the morning and the words that you have to say because you are so moved to, because something may need to be addressed later in the evening. Okay. All right. I wanted to go to another deck, but I put my hand on this one and heard yes. So yet again, we're going to do the Energy and Spirit Oracle. All right, so what is going on Tuesday? What is going on Tuesday the 18th for the dominant energy? What is the overarching dominant message for the collective? For the collective. Well, that's interesting. This just like shot out to the side in a weird way. Oh, wow. We had this... we also had this one in the last reading. Conscious steps. Considered action and looking forward. Positive movement forward with conscientious, thoughtful steps. Just like don't blow up and make assumptions. Positive, constructive words and actions. There you go. And then this one... Emotional desert. Card 11. Inactivity and isolation. If you are feeling isolated, if you are feeling removed, if you are feeling, and I have a feeling that's going to be what's going on. I have a feeling this makes sense now. Yeah, it's all kind of making the big circle now. So if you go from shining your light and doing all the things, be careful about the words you utter about yourself and those around you in the morning, to the evening, you got to stand in some strength. You have to make decisions. You are looking at possibly a truth you need to speak, but you have to be very careful about how you speak it, because remember, conscious action and consciously take action and consciously choose your words. Okay. Emotional desert. This may or may not even be based in reality, but this is how you feel. And what I'm hearing is it's okay to honor how you feel. And if that's how you feel, then perhaps that's how you address this. Okay. You may be in an emotional desert. You may be. It could be completely accurate, or it could be perhaps misreading, the cues or whatever. But if this is true, then stop and ask why. Why am I here? What precipitated this emotional desert? But always know that you are not really alone. There's always a ray of light. There is always the divine. There is always divinity. And if nothing else, now you know you can call on Raziel too. All right. So I think what all this means is that trust your intuition, but really look at things and evaluate it rather than jumping to a conclusion and just jumping off the handle. Stop, evaluate, think, then act and speak accordingly in a calm and measured way. That seems to be the suggestion here. And this is only a suggestion, and this may not apply to you at all. Or you may say, oh, yeah, I know what that's about. Okay, great. This is a general reading. Okay. And I think that's just in general good advice anyway. You know, but if the emotional desert card made me feel like that there were some things being triggers or wounds or, something like that. So there's a whole lot of people walking around with a whole lot of triggers and wounds, and just, PTSD is real too. All right. Pulp Tarot. You know how much I enjoy this deck. It just gets right to the heart of a matter. So what is the message for the collective? What is the dominant message for the collective for Tuesday the 18th? What is the dominant message for the collective on Tuesday the 18th? You don't have to handle everything alone. That's what I'm hearing. You don't have to handle everything alone. Get your guides and your guardians to intervene. Have them walk ahead of you. Ask them to clear the path. Please clear the path. Make this make sense. Help me with what I need to know and show me what to do. I call to my guides and guardians. Please direct all my words, thoughts, and deeds for the best and highest good for all. Thank you. All right. So there you go. Now, what is the message? What is the dominant message? It's upside down. What is the dominant message for the collective for Tuesday the 18th? What is the dominant message for the collective on Tuesday the 18th? What is the dominant message, please? What is the dominant message, please? Spirit guides and guardians, Mother, Father, God, all those right and holy, please come into this reading. What is the dominant energy and what is the dominant message for the collective for the 18th of June? I feel like it's going to be a big day. On the bottom of the deck is the Lovers. Of course, this one is kind of one of those. And then under that, the Empress. You don't mess around with an Empress. If you got one, count yourself lucky. The Lovers, this is an odd Lovers card, okay? And again, this is about not flying off the handle and choosing your thoughts and actions carefully. Because we've got two people, looks like Adam and Eve standing under the tree with a snake and an apple, and I don't even understand what this is. It looks kind of, she's got wings, but she looks angry. All I know, trickster. I'm hearing trickster. There's someone trying to fly in at this couple. So someone's coming in as a trickster who's proclaiming to be innocent and they're not. Okay. So, nope. All right. The other card on the bottom of the deck, an Empress doesn't have time to play around. An Empress doesn't have time to play around with that kind of nonsense and silliness. All right, so the first card, those were the two on the bottom. But we needed to see those for whatever reason. Okay. The Knight of Wands. I like to call this my Steve McQueen card. What is that animal? I just saw that. There's an animal symbol on the front of the card. It looks like a lizard or a gecko or something, which is just like a little dinosaur. Fire breathing. with flames on the side of the car. Okay, a Knight of Wands moves fast. A Knight of Wands is fiery energy, and a Knight of Wands is going after something with gusto. Okay. Let's get clarification. They want me to use another deck now. So let's get some clarification. Let's use the Light Seers. Excuse me. Let's use the Light Seers Tarot. Light Seers Pocket Tarot. So, Mother, Father, God, Spirit, Guides, and Guardians. All right. So what is the clarification for that Knight of Wands? What is the Knight of Wands coming in for? And why does the Knight of Wands feel the need to do so immediately? What is the sense of urgency that the Knight of Wands has? And this could be male or female. This could, there you go. The top of the 10. What is the urgency of that Knight? There's an uncertainty or a fear that something may be out of the Knight's control. I don't know. All right, what is the Knight? Why is the Knight on such a mission and coming in so quickly? Why is the Knight coming in on a mission and so quickly and with so much fire energy? Okay. I feel like I need to do those last few cards over. Anything else? Anything else? No. Okay. And on the bottom we have the King of Wands. Interesting. So that Knight might be moving into King status. All right. So so I asked the question: why is the Knight coming in so fast and on a mission and with so much enthusiasm? Six of Cups. I'm just going to show you, and then I'm going to ask Spirit to take over. Page of Swords. Page of Coins or Pentacles. Which way do I take these? Okay. Two of Swords. The Sun, the Joyous Sun card. The High Priestess. And then the Nine of Swords. Okay. So why, again, if I'm asking, why is the Knight of Wands coming in so fast? And almost the car was lifting up on its back wheel, like can't come in fast enough. I'm hearing remembrance. Remembrance. And this isn't just recent past. This is like childhood past. Inability to let go. Inability. What is this about? All right, let's go on. I'm going to come back to all this. I'm going to tie it together because I'm going to ask for Spirit to just take over. Page of Swords, information. This would be the person that would just blurt stuff out, though, which is what the caution is at the beginning of it, not to do that, just not to blurt out whatever you're thinking. And we have yet another page, a page of Pentacles, a page of Coins. This one is much more centered and grounded and holding that coin, but still, it's kind of a balancing act. And still a page, still at the very beginning. The Two of Swords is uncertainty. And with this particular one, to me, it represents an unwillingness to see something. An unwillingness to see something and letting the emotional baggage and fear, perhaps the emotional desert, get in the way of clarity. Or the sense of an emotional desert, whether it's true or not, that could get in the way of clarity. When all you have to do is open your eyes and realize you're standing right in the sun. That is important. And the High Priestess is right there. Trust in your higher knowing and knowledge. Trust, just as that channel earlier, trust in what you know to be true. Don't let past fears dictate your current situation or put a filter on it that could completely change the way it looks. You have to make the choice with the Two of Swords, because now we have the Nine of Swords. You have to make a choice. Are you going to put this to rest, or are you going to continue to have sleepless nights, always questioning, always wondering? Someone is uncertain of, someone is misreading. I keep hearing that. It's happening again. I'm hearing the same thing. Someone is misreading the cues. And perhaps, so going back to that Knight of Wands, perhaps that Knight of Wands is finally having a moment of clarity and wants to know the truth, wants to know all the truth, and wants to speak his or her truth. There's something that needs to be said. There's something that needs to be known. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm going to use the Unfolding Path Tarot because that's kind of a weird place to leave it. So let's look at the Unfolding Path Tarot. What's on the other side of this? What or who is on the other side of this equation? And this could be estranged family, estranged friends, but it feels like there is a disconnect. There is a disconnect happening. And I think it's because of not willing to see clearly and a perception of an emotional desert. Feeling very alone, kind of within your thoughts in your own head. So what's on the other side of that? Who or what? Because it could also be a situation. Who or what is this person not seeing clearly? The Death card. Rarely does this mean a literal death, but sometimes I bet it could. If you had like the Ten of Swords or something with it too, maybe. But we did have the 9. The other person on the other side is changing. And I think that's why that Knight of Wands wanted to race in so quickly, because the Knight of Wands can feel the change and is concerned. What is the change? What is changing? What is changing? What about the person or situation is changing? Okay, a whole little pile came out. Let's get these. I'm not going to put these down because I don't think we're finished with them yet. Well. What's changing is the Five of Cups, the Six of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and then the Nine of Wands. Someone is putting an end to a painful situation that has left them beaten, battered, and broken. And they're about to pick up their wand of light and fire and say, screw this, I'm out of here. So, someone is stepping into their power. They're getting ready to fight for what they believe in. Interesting. There's still a good bit of deck left of this deck to go through yet. So this person represented by the Change card who's going through this change, and it feels like almost had the dark night of the soul, becoming an aware person. What are they moving into? because that Nine of Swords, that's a pretty, you know, that's like the Sekhmet card at the beginning. What is that person moving into? What kind of strength are they moving into? Page of Coins. I thought I already had the Page of Coins and it looked different. Maybe that was the Knight of Coins. What was that? Well, I don't even know now. I've already put it up. But this is Page of Coins. You know what? I don't know. That's how I read it. That's how I saw it. That's how I saw it, so that's what I've got to go with. So this person with the Death card who's going through the transition, it's almost like he's amazed that he's able to make it levitate. So what that says to me is that this person going through this transition, this person who had the dark night of the soul, came out a little battered and bruised, but then realized just how strong they are, is learning they're getting even stronger. Be careful of the direction you take your abilities. I feel like someone could get so involved in learning and becoming and growing that they don't address the emotional part. And just as the other person on the other side of this reading was experiencing an emotional desert, this person could as well. Even though they're strong in every other way, they wall up. I understand that. I did that for years. So I need, still this one? Okay, I still need more clarification on that. I also feel like it also signifies a new career path for some reason. And I kind of heard like a, even her baby, like it's a rebirth. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's what it is. Oh, I hit it. They said that's it. That's why they kept using the word baby. The high priestess as a baby. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. And then it was a rebirth. A rebirth. Yeah. I'm getting there so much untapped into strength. Wow. Okay, nothing's coming out, so I think I must have gotten the message. Yeah. So it is about going through an evolution, the dark night of the soul, battered and bruised, but you come out stronger. You come out on top and holding your sword or your wand of light. And that flaming branch is what I always think of. And learning to tap into all that you really truly know. And becoming, it is the rebirth of the high priestess. It is the rebirth of the seer. That could be intense. Oh, what a strange reading. Kind of an intense reading. I feel like this has potential on both sides of the reading for it to go kind of in a negative direction and also in a positive direction for both independently. So I guess the caution is, if you resonate with any of this, that they're saying go back to that first message about look and see with clarity. Make sure you are seeing through a clear lens, not a clouded or filtered lens, and make sure that you act and speak in a thoughtful manner with harm to none, because I feel like there would be a massive boomerang that would hit really quickly otherwise. Well, howdy. How do you like that? I want to get by the end of the day, I'm going to go back to the Paul Tarot because I want one message in general. All right. What is the... Okay. Three of Wands and the Seven of Wands. Watching and somebody's gearing up for battle. Y'all, I'm telling you, be careful. You set that in motion. Be careful what you set in motion. For some of you, that's what you're doing. Be careful not to lash out. I think it's something you would regret. Speak thoughtfully and act with just be gentle with your words and deeds. Okay? You may feel differently the next day. I feel like it's like the heat of the moment, and the energy's just going to kind of be a little out of control, maybe. So just use a little discretion, and you may need to just table something and come back to it later. Okay? What, by the end of the day, is the message for tomorrow? Oh, I might need to stop. We've got the Five of Swords. Someone will feel like they've come away a victor. But by kind of looting. This is someone who's walked away with all the weapons that is standing alone. So, and the Three of Wands again. Watching and waiting. I'm going to do one thing, Spirit. I'm going to shuffle them again, and then I'm going to open them to the center of the deck. Help me to understand. No, don't do it that way. They want me to still do it the shuffle way. Okay. One last card. What is going to be the outcome of this particular reading for the part of the collective that it does impact? So, what is going to be the ending for the dominant energies in the collective that this affects or will impact? It just fell out of the bottom. The King of Wands. So that knight does become a king. But that king is standing and watching a house burn. So just be careful not to burn down the house. I don't mean literally, of course. Of course, do not do it literally. My gosh, you know. But, or, you know, a positive spin on this could be that there's so much passion because this knight became a king and finally found out what he is that passionate about. That would be a very positive reading. That's what I'm saying. This could go either way. I have a feeling it's going to be how it's approached and how words are spoken. All right. Well, interestingly enough, on the bottom is Five of Pentacles, and I did open up what was left, and I got Justice. So, again, I think this could go one of two ways. So be very, very cognizant of what you are saying and how you are saying it, because there is the option of the true emotional desert and being left out and abandoned or feeling abandoned, or justice prevails. Just like that King of Wands card could be depending on how people approach, however both sides approach this issue. There could be the King of Wands as someone who's on just a slash and burn egomaniac route, or the King of Wands, which usually kings are pretty cool, you know, they know they're standing in their best strength, blah blah blah. I think with the justice side of that reading, the King of Wands is coming in because that king knows entirely, passionately what is important and willing to say, this is what I want. and being able to stand tall and strong and saying it. Because otherwise, looks like Five of Pentacles is never a happy card. All right. So there are choices to be made. There are going to be choices made. The 18th should prove to be an interesting day. Let's choose to ask for our spirit guides and guardians to walk ahead of us, to direct our words, thoughts, and deeds, and to resolve any issues and clear the path for us and for all involved, for the greatest and the highest good. All right. Okay. So I'll be curious. See what happens Wednesday morning. All right, you all. Be well. Take care. It sounds like things are going to be, tensions are going to be running kind of high. So again, be careful of the words you speak, okay? And be careful that you're not speaking looking through a lens that isn't real, okay? Or one that's corrupted or dirty or has a filter on it. Look with clarity and ask for help to see with clarity. And then I think you guys will be fine. All right, sending love to everybody. Thank you so much. And we'll talk soon. Bye.